So have you guys ever wondered what your options would be if you would develop a chronic or life-threatening disease or illness? So in 2014, a woman of 29 years of age um, was known to grow a brain tumor. So it's like an illness with cancer, as she decided she would like to die 2 days after her husband. She did not want to feel any pain, so she decided she wanted to perform euthanasia. After reading this article, I was inspired and very interested to know more about why she would want her life to end, and why um, her family, like how they would react. So everyone has the right to end their life based on their own conditions. After the end of life option was passed in 2015. So learning about the euthanasia will help you better understand the different perspectives and meaning it has to others. So first, I will discuss about the different forms of euthanasia, and then different treatments and interventions, and then personal experience people have gone through. So first, what is euthanasia? So J.P. Moreland, a doctor of philosophy, published in March 2012 on active and passive euthanasia, that active euthanasia is the act of someone wanting to die. So there is active and passive, and active is based on you wanting to end your life based on your terms. It's intentionally made, and it gives you like a 6-month period once you inject that overdose. And usually this is when a physician allows the patient, so he is the one that intentionally gives them the medication that they need in order for them to end their life. There is also now passive euthanasia, which is when you basically are moral and more traditional, in which you don't want to get prescribed. Instead, what happens is, if you already have a short amount of time to live, what a physician would do is they will stop consuming you any water or any food, which will cause you to, starve or die of dehydration within like 14 days. So this is like ethically moral to many physicians, because they see this as a wrongful thing to do, but yet they have no other choice to do it in order to let the patient go with their consent. So after now you guys know the two different forms of euthanasia, I will now inform you guys on the different treatments and interventions there is. So first, there is omission, which is indeed again it gives you the right to pick the conditions in which you want to die. It helps you preserve your life, and is seen as tradition and moral. So mainly family members are the main cause in which you don't want to, lose. You don't want to lose your family member or someone close to you. So usually they're the ones that mainly apply omission, due to the fact that they want to consider the fact that you still have more days to go in a better life. So they indeed would help you move on with your life and help you conquer a lot more without you having to feel like you want to end your life right at the moment. Also, there is voluntary omission. So it's like you are willing to do it. There's nothing else that helps you. So in an article, Reflections on Euthanasia and Assisted Suicide by Frank Pavor, as he is a national director with an anonymous date on the article, he speaks about extraordinary forms of euthanasia, which is more than ordinary because you go out of your way and do it yourself. So instead of you just having to simply having the intentional act of doing it, you you inspire others and get them to conquer what you do. So after we've known about the two different forms of euthanasia and the possible treatments and interventions, there is now um, the experiences people face. And so this is a picture of Brittany Maynard, in which she is the reason why I was inspired to do this, um, to do this topic on euthanasia, just because she inspired me so much and she was very interesting. As in, she was diagnosed with um, terminally ill brain tumor. So that's would be cancer, and it would be known to be that she was gonna have a slow and painful death within 6 months. So she didn't want to live that, and she had just gotten married not even a year before she was known to have euthanasia. And indeed, she still chose to want to end her life 2 days after the birthday of her husband, and she was just 20. She was just 26 or 29 years old, and she decided to end her life by doctor prescription medication, and it would take up to a couple of hours for her to die within that medication. So in order to even be prescribed that medication, you have like certain conditions which involve you have to be at least 18 years of age, and you must have another you must be at least 7 years of age, and you must um, be residents of that state. So also there's other ways in which you can perform euthanasia, in which you just are traditionally moral and you just don't allow it to happen and you wait until you die. So now you guys, to wrap things up, you guys know about euthanasia, as Brittany Maynard was part of two reporters in KTLA News, which was Sarah Welch and Anthony Kurzweil, in terminally ill Brittany Maynard, in case you want to know about it. So what would you want to live through the pain, or would you want to keep control of your life, is a question you guys should all think about. Thank you.